That's turned on. Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's been a week. My goodness, it has been a week. So finally felt well enough to stream again. We'll see how long my voice lasts, but should be pretty good. And yeah. So y'all voted and voted for Nova Drift as well as Stardew Valley, so we'll play that later. But yeah, for now, we're gonna do some Nova Drift, and we're gonna try a little bit of stream participation here. Um, so, um, and see what the chat wants me to pick as far as upgrades go. Instead of me picking, because yeah, we'll make this interesting. All right, so we're gonna start. So this is just again basic endless mode, no challenge modes or anything. So I'm certainly feeling a lot better. So basically, what happened was I got sick. My son got sick, and I had like a really bad sinus infection. Yeah, Wild Metamorphosis I think is random upgrades kind of a thing. And so basically I went to urgent care, got put on antibiotics, tested me for COVID, didn't have COVID. So, and then I responded really well to the antibiotics. So as I suspected, I had a sinus infection for a while. That just started spreading elsewhere. But yeah, so mostly feeling better. My son, unfortunately, is still... He's got a bad cough, and he's got really runny nose. So he doesn't feel good. But he's still laughing and happy and everything. He's just snotty. Alright, so the gear we have for this option is we've got grenades, a flak burst, which is like a shotgun blast, split shot, which is a little bit like our base weapon, except it adds like another bullet so that it fans outward. The thermal lance, which is just a giant laser sword that you swing in front of your ship, or tentacles, laser tentacles. If we don't like any of these options, we can re-roll. So what do we think? What do you think? I see Courtney's in the chat. Torrent. Okay. So the next thing we pick up will be our shields. Let's see how that goes. Alright, so our shields. So we've got Reflect, which is going to reflect enemy projectiles at increased damage and velocity. Shockwave, which is what I typically use, which like does a pulse, and when it pulses, it like just pushes things away. Halo, which is a ring that burns things. However, while it burns targets, it also burns me. Amp, which is while it's active, we get extra thrust and extra weapon damage. and then it gets boosted for each threat inside the shield. And Warp, which is a teleportation thing when it is destroyed. What do we think? What are we thinking? I mean, I'm gonna default to shock. Okay, so we like Reflect. We're gonna pick Reflect. Watch out for comets. Yeah, so the only thing with this weapon is we got to get in real close. All right, now for body. So we've got Hullbreaker, which has lower shields, lower rate of fire, but is basically built to just fly right into people. We've got the Battery, which has reduced projectile spread, increased damage projectile size, resist knockback, extra projectiles, lower rate of fire, and projectiles are divided between your broadsides, so you don't fire forward. The Spectre, which is basically a little cloaked ship, and you get extra damage while you're cloaked. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. The Assault Fighter, which is just, it's kind of your standard attack fighter, has lower shields, but it has increased rate of fire, projectile spread, projectile velocity, and the Architect, which is, you can only deploy one construct, but that construct is really good. And again, we have reroll, so if we don't like any of these, we can reroll and it'll give us 5 new options. The first one is it's the Hullbreaker. It's we have less shields, but we have crash resistance, recovery, increased recovery rate, and we are designed to just drive into things head on. I'm pretty sure it also has increased. Oh, so it's really fast. Okay. Okay. So this is where we get into we can either change gears or get mods. So the options we have available, if we want to change another gear, is Vortex, which we basically sacrifice our hull in order to create like a tiny black hole that sucks things in. Amp Shield, or the Firefly ship type, which is even faster. And basically the whole point of this is that we have afterburners that like leave trails of fire, and any modifiers to thrust also modify the size of the afterburn. Or we can pick up one of these mods. So we've got targeting, which improves projectile targeting, blast radius, where increased blast radius, and non-explosive projectiles, which is what we have, deal 15% damage as blast damage to other targets. Magnitude, which increases projectile size, damage, blast radius. Velocity, which increases the rate at which, not at which they're fired, but once a projectile is fired, travels. We can make turrets, improved thrusters, more shields. So again, I'm gonna leave it up to chat. I'm inclined for more shields, more thrusters, maybe magnitude. So yeah, I'm inclined for one of these three here. All right, more shields. This will also unlock reflexive shields, or barrier, which are both pretty good. And then Omni Shield we don't want, because I don't like reductions to our maximum hull. Okay. All right, so change gears. So Shockwave, Split Shot, which were previous options, we opted against them. But then there's also the Leviathan as a body option. So the Leviathan is a segmented ship type that's like a snake. And you start off with 10 body segments. Each time you gain a level, you gain a segment. So, and as you gain more segments, you gain more hull points. You take less damage from targets and enemies. You take less burn damage from targets and enemies, and crash damage. You deal more damage per segment, and the faster a segment is rotating, the more crash damage you deal. We also have improved regen, more health, reflexive shields, which is when you take a shield hit, it discharges damaging energy in the direction of the offender, also slightly boosts maximum shields. Ally, drones, volley, which is more projectiles, a greater spread, less damage, and rate of fire, which increases your rate of fire. All right, Courtney seems to like the Leviathan body, so I think we're gonna change that. Okay. So we got another upgrade. Hello, welcome. Alright. So, faster shield cooldown, improved thrust, increased shield effect radius, so larger shield effect radius. Barrier, which is if we take a hit that exceeds 25 damage, it's reduced to 25 damage. I mean, I've got maybe about 10 hours in. I've mostly been playing it on stream. So right now we're doing a chat chooses upgrades run. So we're doing some kind of unusual stuff. But my top score is like 250,000, I think. No, this is just base game. I mean, I have wild mods unlocked, but I don't know how to activate them. So what do we think? Barrier, shield cooldown, magnitude. We want to move faster. Yeah. I mean, I think thrust would be fun. Since we lost some thrust, switching from Hull Breaker to Leviathan. Because if we're making a giant snake ship, that's just going to oh, that's what Wild Metamorphosis does. Okay. So apparently it's not if I... It's if I rotate into things. So let's see. Deadly Wake. Is... so like the Firefly ship type where it leaves the afterburners. This is afterburners. Efficiency, which is when we're not firing, we have increased regeneration. Improve regen rate. I don't think we have anything that causes burn damage yet, so Candescence is kind of lost. Blast radius, rate of fire, or drones. So again, up chat. What do we want to do? I'm just going to conveniently leave it on Deadly Wake here. Or we can reroll if we don't like these, but I think we've got some good options in here. Oh, jeez. Well. Oh, I didn't even take it out. Alright. Alright, so we will do... We'll tack on Wild Metamorphosis. So this is going to introduce new mods as well. Alright, so let's see, what do we got? Oh, collect orbs to earn upgrades. Why didn't I... Oh, that's why. Okay, Railgun. I do like Railgun. Split Shot, Thermal Lance, Grenade, Vortex. So I will say Railgun is fun because it goes through. It just goes through everything. But we got Grenade. Courtney, what do you say? Do you want the boom too? Alright. Alright, we bring the boom. Alright, shields. Halo, if we like to hate ourselves. Amp, if we want to be all about that damage. Warp. Reflect and Shockwave. These are all great. Except for Halo. I will default to Shockwave unless I get any input. Okay. And that's why. All right. Body time. Hullbreaker, Firefly, Battery, Sentinel, which is just a defensive ship, or Leviathan. Battery might be fun. I mean, my typical go-to when I'm picking my own mods and stuff is to go engineer or carrier with Shockwave and Salvo. I mean, we only have 4 rerolls thus far. I do have Architect unlocked. We're going to go with Battery, though. Because we don't typically pick stuff like Battery. Okay. Alright, so we got some wild mods in here. So, better thrust. Okay, so Twin Strike is an extra projectile, reduces projectile spread, less recovery, slower shield cooldown. Polar inversion reverses knockback in pull directions. Adds weapon recoil, extra damage, extra projectile size, extra shields, volley. So these are really good options. I mean, thrust is always good, shields are good, volley's good with grenades. Okay, so let's do Twin Strike then. Because that also will reduce the spread. We can let these hang for a little bit too. Whee! Alright. Mine Specialist, Energized Shields, Ally, Drones, Rate of Fire, Regenerate, Salvo, Leviathan. Your shield effect power is increased by your current speed. So it reduces rate of fire and reduces construct assembly speed. So we don't have any constructs. Drones. I mean, salvo. I do like salvo. Yeah, these are all pretty good. What are we thinking? Well, so rapid fire is the only one that lets you shoot faster. This is shield cooldown, and this is health regeneration. So we'll go with rapid fire then. I think we might have to change ship type at some point, though. Not to Sentinel, though. Polar Inversion. We can do Twin Strike again. We could do Burst Fire. Burst Fire with grenades might be fun. Blast Radius. So Blast Radius and Blast Radius related stuff is really good for grenades since they're actually an explosive weapon. So I would probably say Burst Fire, Twin Strike, or Blast Radius. Let's do Burst Fire. Skirmish. Boosts damage from your next crash after you fire a weapon and vice versa. Increases projectile velocity, shield effect radius, shield cooldown, thrusters. Causes global damage to increase as your speed does. Shield reflect, hull breaker. Shuriken. I would say velocity might be the good one that we want. Get those grenades, because I noticed that like they move really fast and then they slow down. Or shield effect radius. I mean, that's also pretty good with shockwave. Oh, there we go. Oh boy, heavy caliber. hypermetabolism, chaotic ambition, so there's architect as a body type. All right, I'm gonna pick heavy caliber, just because the concept of heavy caliber grenades is hilarious. All right, so what do we got now? What is that Phantom Strike? If the target is still alive after you deal... What? The target after you deal hull crash damage to you causes you to teleport to the opposite side of it, aim, and fire an empowered attack. I don't think that works with the battery, though, because we don't fire straight on. Oh, dear. Yeah, I'm gonna re-roll these. Oh, there we go. Heavy caliber again. Real good. Or we can switch up to an assault fighter. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna switch up to an assault fighter. Let's see, what is this? Plus 7% global damage and reduces friction. Okay. Increased blast radius. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that. Increase or reduced friction. Okay, another upgrade. Banish all mods currently offered to you. More rerolls, reduced size. Okay, so I guess that means that we could never get those. Shield cooldown, efficiency, ally, split shot, specter, warp. I will just reroll. Grants 5 levels, but you lose all rerolls and can never gain more. Oh. Let's do volley. All the grenades. Okay. Defiance. Plating, weapon recoil resistance, self-damage resistance. You like that one. Orbs of Discord. Orbit you erratically and lash out at nearby enemies, dealing blast damage on hit. 2 plus 1 more for every 2 wild mods you own. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Adds burst fire and increases rate of fire. I mean, I like that. Focus fire is pretty good too, but we've got these Zenyatta orbs going on here. Right, these are the death laser dudes. Okay. Calibrate. Calibrate your weapon when you're not firing. We can get some... Oh, magnitude. There we go. This will be fun. Woo! At the... Wait. You gain constant added thrust power. Wait a minute. Oh no. Oh, we're always moving. Can't stop, won't stop. got no shields. Got no shields. Alright. Oh boy. That's, yeah, no. Yeah, we're gonna do payload. Oh. Okay, was it cause become larger and increase your level? +2 levels. +8 size, crash damage, knockback to target. That's self-damage. Shield damage. When you take a shield hit, you discharge a bolt of energy. These are... You know what? This reduces thrust. I actually kind of like this. Okay. Firing array, charge shot, skirmish, siege weaponry, adaptive armor. Yeah, we'll do firing array, warpath, bravado. Causes enemies encountered to always be either elites or champions. No. We're gonna reroll. Splinter. Splinter is pretty good. Makes your thrusters launch fireballs that deal burn damage and ignite. Oh. We're gonna pick Splinter. Because that's why. Twin Strike. Oh, man. Outrage module. Now we're gonna take focus fire. This is great. I have reduced this game. So this game was only 2 buttons before. And I've reduced it down to only requiring mouse movement and a single mouse button. Or optionally... I have no shields. Oh dear. I have no shields. I have shields again. There we go. Oh boy. Become larger and gain 2 levels. Heavy payload. Oh boy. Oh boy. We're gonna Pick Grandeur. Slipstream. This is just too much. Okay, we are going to get more shields. No. Oh yeah. Whee! Oh boy. Fire even more projectiles. When my shield breaks, cause you to rapidly fire your weapon in a 360-degree spiral. Yeah, I think Fusillade. And because that's why. So I think, so this run's going pretty well. This will likely be the last run before we switch over to Stardew, I think. Oh. Well, wah, wah. Oh. Boo. Okay. All right. We'll do another one. And we'll keep Wild Metamorphosis on there. This time, I'm gonna not have this one be a chat directed one. I'm gonna pick my options. Okay. Salvo. So we're gonna do Railgun. Yeah, we're gonna keep with Reflect. Because blue. Spectre, Carrier, Assault, Architect. Deploy one construct at a time. I mean, that's the thing, is I don't like only one construct. We're going to go with engineer. I much prefer having an army of having a whole fleet of constructs than just one really good one. Especially with a railgun. And drones. Outburst. Fire automatically. Splinter. When destroyed on impact. I think that really works for railguns, because it just keeps going. Pick that up. Ally? Yes. Drone hull. Yeah, I guess we pick reinforced drones. Mines, advanced engineering. Burst fire. Alright, so we are definitely going to want to take get rate of fire mods. Volley. Hold fire to charge your weapon. You know what? Normally I don't pick charge shot. We're gonna pick it. Hmm. Turret. No. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that is gonna be it for Nova Drift. So I'm just gonna set a marker here. Okay, now that we got that, we are going to switch this over